guitar, but that was part 5 of Maggot Brain. And this section I think of as a kind of freestyle section. So I'm kind of ad-libbing around the kind of licks used in the song and just taking that as a kind of inspiration for this section. It's a great one to just jam to and improvise around the kind of chord sequence. So I started with some C sharps to D. So coming in on the B minor chord. And I've got a different sound for this section. I'm using a clean sound with loads of delay on because there's lots of studio effects on this part. So I'm just playing on the A string 4 and 5. Just giving that some hammers. Going to an E on 7. And then over the C chord, I'm just doing some hammers and pull-offs on 12 and 14 on the G string, G and A. Again, lots of delay there. Then I'm kind of playing this section. I'm just playing E to F sharp to G, just sliding to those, 5, 7, 8, but also playing the open E string. And again, this section I'm really just improvising, playing around these kind of themes. And then over the next chord, I'm just going, just taking it one note higher to an A over the D chord. So going up to 10 this time, and then going to the E minor pentatonic scale at the 12th position. Just playing some licks around B, A and G. So 12, 14, 12 on the B and G strings. Just playing kind of repeated patterns again. Maybe just take it soft and build it up. Then the next lick I'm playing, coming back on an E minor chord, is an E Dorian lick. So I've got this C sharp in here now. So I'm playing 12, 14, 15, 14, 12, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, B, then A on 14 on the G string, then G on 12. And then just a couple of hammers, as pull-offs, sorry, 14, 12, 14, 12 on the D and A strings. I'll play that a couple of times. And then I'm just kind of, the next section, just improvising around that E minor pentatonic scale, really focusing on the notes of G, A and D with a bend to the B. So just 15, 14 and 12. That's the main notes I'm playing. And I might take it down the scale. Could throw some of that in. Or kind of patterns like that where I play B, D, B, E, then B, G, then A, E. So I'm kind of playing those kind of licks, just using that kind of pedal tone on 14. All that kind of stuff works great over these chords. And then I've got bend on a 15. So I'm bending D, very country-ish, D to E. And then releasing, so I'm bending on 15. And then releasing 12, 14, 12. Then just doing some D, pulling off to 12 on to B, 15 to 12, 14, 12. Okay, you can put some of those licks in and just playing some licks on the bottom strings, sort of 12, 10, 12, 14. Just doing some hammers and then kind of country bend on 14 whilst playing 15 on the D, G and B strings. Release. And all those licks, you know, I'm not playing them in any kind of particular order there, kind of just roughly following the kind of feel of the track. But, you know, all those kind of little E minor pentatonic licks and those nice kind of, all that kind of stuff works great. So it's a great little section to play around with. And then the track completely kind of goes out and we've got this next section where I'm playing some double stops. I'm playing B and D on 4 and 3. And then an open E, G, open E, G with a little bend. And then going to C sharp and E, so 6 and 5, back to B and D. More E's and G's, then back to B and D, 4 and 3. Then adding some more notes from the blues scale, kind of in the sort of open position. So an open E, 2, 5, 2, 5, 3, open. So 2, 5 on the A string, 2, 5 on the D string, B, D, E, G, G on 3, open. That kind of stuff. And then we're kind of taking it back to 4 and 3, 6 and 5, C sharp and E, D sharp and F sharp. Okay, so that's 8 and 7. Then E and G, 9 and 8. And 11 and 10, F sharp and A. And then the track comes back in and we're back into the kind of harder guitar sound for the next part of the solo, which we'll take a look at soon. So that next section's kind of going. Oh, right. So as I say, this section, very much kind of freestyle section. Really have some fun with it. Just use these licks as a kind of jumping board for some ideas. And enjoy part 5 of Maggot Brain. Thanks for watching, buddies.